Again, from the ad hoc data pull perspective, not only can business users use ThoughtSpot to pull this for themselves, but even in the case that they do need support from an analyst for, say, a more complex query, you don't even need to use SQL or any like real coding to do so, because one of the things with ThoughtSpot is that it forces you to have your data pretty well modeled, either in a normalized star schema or snowflake schema, or in some cases denormalized tables. But it does require you to have a somewhat thought out data model before entering it. So that definitely kind of reduces or eliminates the need for data cleaning within the tool. It kind of assumes that all that is being done upstream. And that really creates like a clean slate and environment for you to do your ad hoc reporting. And what's great, in this case, business users can do it, and then data analysts or folks who are pulling queries for others don't even need to use code. They have the option to either generate it in a table and export, CSV, even like PDF, or you can do a good-looking data visualization, and then you can save it for later analysis and then share it with whoever is consuming it. So rather than having to consume the static report, you can actually consume a live updating artifact or chart or table because it's updating with your data warehouse. So again, that's one thing that ThoughtSpot solves for. And with that, kind of like as I alluded to earlier, the ease of sharing insights within your data, within your team and company, with that, as you're doing and building objects, it's really easy to share either at the group level or at the individual user level. And there's just a really great clear paths forward on how to do that, and a ton of channels in which you could do so. And the biggest thing, I know that no one really mentions like user groups and managing users as a problem, but that's something I've come up with in the past. And what I really like about ThoughtSpot is that they're really like row level security, which we'll talk about in next month's session. There's just like some certain like data security and overall like permissions rules that are so easy to manage that you might need like a special badge to do in other tools, but it's so intuitive and easy in ThoughtSpot. And of course, as we'll see here soon, the ability to have unlimited flexibility in drilling down in your data. So being able to slice and dice your data by anything available in your data model is so powerful, and it really creates stickiness with your end users who may also always be asking for different perspectives or cuts of a data set or an analysis. So again, these are all things that ThoughtSpot's solving for. And one thing we should mention is again, cherry on top, I'll say, my ice cream pun for the day. You can also embed ThoughtSpot in your external application, right? So if you have, as we go into the search experience, like these are all experiences that you can embed into an application that is business user facing or internal facing. And it can be branded to your brand's colors, and you can have it look like your own product, and it won't. So it's highly customizable, embedded. You can customize which actions users can take on the data. So it is really flexible. Again, we have some demos in our InterWorks product curator that we'll show later, but just wanted to remind everybody that the embedded aspect of this is huge. So again, before we get into the demo and actually showing ThoughtSpot, just to sort of differentiate search-driven analytics from dashboarding. Search-driven analytics is, as a philosophy, right? These tools are designed to tackle the smaller ad hoc questions that, dashboards are not designed to answer necessarily. So, oftentimes when you design a dashboard, you are creating very clear analysis paths that a user can take. What search-driven analytics allows and self-service analytics allowed to do is ask the deeper questions that dashboards might start the story or the narrative for. It allows you to go a few levels deeper. Again, with search-driven analytics, rather than using filters and actions to query or filter a dashboard or a data set, you can use business-friendly keywords and search syntax to arrive at your answers without any need for code or rather low logic. And again, flexibility in drilling down and customizing data visualizations. Whereas, dashboarding, there's usually, you'd always follow best practices with data visualization in either case, but search-driven analytics, it's a little bit, it's designed to get answers out the door, speed to value, a lot faster for those smaller ad hoc asks, or maybe more urgent asks.